Okay, and so this is where I go and I cut it across. Bring that up there. And cut. Okay, and then the last one that I was wanting to show is this pattern again. It could be for Valentine's Day or anniversary. Okay, so now that I have my cash envelopes cut out, all these three, I'm going to put them in a laminating sheet. And so here's my laminating sheet. I'm able to put 3 in one sheet, which makes it really nice because it saves having to buy sheets all the time. Okay, so for this first one, I'm going to put it right here, and I want to do the fold on, let's see if I can do this. I want to do the fold all the way to the back here at the top, and so that's where my fold is, and then my opening is going to be here at the front. I'll try and push it all the way over to this edge. The next one will be the heart one. Okay, and the same where you want the opening to be facing you, and then the fold here. And then the last one will be this pattern here. And I'm going to put the fold here on this side. And one thing to remember though is like to not push it too close to the other envelopes, because you're going to have issues when you're having to cut. And it may cause you to cut this seam on the laminating paper on the sheet. So try to leave some space for me to cut. Okay, and I'll close this. Make sure those are all the way to the edge. Okay. Okay, so this is my laminator that I use. And I have it set, I don't know if you can see, but I have it set here on 3 millimeters, which is the thickness of my sheet. And then here it's on and it's ready. So I can go ahead and feed it through. And then you want to feed it through so that the side that's sealed goes in first. And then it'll sort of grab it once it gets to a certain point. And I just like to hold it just to make sure that it's not going to move or anything like that. I like to make sure it's going to be okay. Okay, so now it's done, and just be careful because it will be warm when you get it out. I can go ahead and turn this off so I'm finished with it. And so now you'll see that they have the 3 envelopes here. This is where the seam is for that one, for this one, and then this one. And so now we just need to cut them. And so what I like to do first, let's see if I can pull this one out. So I like to take this one off first. And just make sure that you're not too close to either one of them, just so that the seam doesn't break from it. Because then you'll have to redo it if it's too close. Okay, so there's that one. Now I'll cut this one in half. Okay, so now this is just the main part where you have to trim, and like I said, if you can see, there is like a seam right there, that second line, and so you don't want to cut on that because that'll make it break. And if you don't want it to break on that seam, you definitely don't need to cut that close to it. But in this case, this is going to be the opening. This is going to be the opening of our envelope, and so we want to break that seam so that we can, you know, put cash in it and whatnot. And so I just do just a little bit. I don't do like a big chunk of it off. I just take what I need. Okay. Now I want to do the sides. So see, as you can tell, I left enough space so I didn't cut the seam on the corner. And this corner is fine here, so I don't need to trim that. I will trim the bottom here a little bit. Okay, so that's perfect. I didn't break the seam on that, and so this is our first one. That one's already done. Okay, now we're going to do the next one. Okay, and so there's that one. And this is the same where I don't have to do this edge either. I just need to do this one side over here. Oop, almost fell over. There we go. Okay, and so there's that one with the seam right there. Now we're going to do the top, which is again where we need to cut the paper on it. Okay, and so this is that one. That's open. And then the last one here. And always make sure that you're cutting the open part of the paper and not the opposite side, which is the bottom of the envelope. So just make sure that you're cutting the right side. Go ahead and cut the top here. And the side. And then this side. Okay, one. So there's this one. Alright, so now I have my 3 envelopes here. I have the black and white one, the red hearts, and then this pattern here, this marble pattern. And so this is my cash envelopes, and I can use them for pretty much anything I need it for. And one thing I was going to show was what I do like to do is use my, turn it on, use my label maker. So for example, let's see if I can clear it. If I want to make this one, this envelope here to be groceries, I can put groceries in my label maker. Yes. And it'll print it, and I can just use it and put it on the envelope. And now I've had this one for quite some time. It's not like the best. I'm sure there's definitely better ones out there. So anyway, so it just says groceries here. And all I have to do is just peel this paper off the back of it. And I can stick it on to my envelope. See if I can get this one off. Okay, and so I'll just be able to stick it like so, or wherever you want to stick it on there. So here I can just have it there. And then also what I like to do is put an index card inside of my envelope, just to like keep track of what I'm spending, what's coming in and out. It just depends. But I do like to have one in each envelope. You can also put, you know, a label here maybe to write down what you spend as well. But for me personally, I just like to keep it inside because it's all there together and I don't have to worry about something coming off of the back of it. So anyway, so if you have any questions about how to make any of them, or you're having issues making some of your cash envelopes, or just questions about what I use to make mine, feel free to let me know and I can help you out with that.